Your customers, staff and visitors may take for granted that your building is a safe and secure place, but third-party certification provides reassurance that you are protecting people and property to the highest industry standards. The National Security Inspectorate is a not-for-profit organisation that audits guarding, security and fire systems companies to make sure buildings and the people within them are as safe as possible.
Excel London, the International Exhibition and Convention Centre. Everything's quiet, but a major event is happening today with thousands of visitors expected, including VIPs. A lot of things could go wrong, but they don't, because security is tight.
Eileen, good morning. How are you?
Morning, Americo.
How is everything today?
Americo Ambreu checks on the 320 CCTV cameras over this 100-acre site. More than 3 million visitors come to Excel every year, and they have to be kept safe.
Each event is different. Each event brings its own challenges. So what we actually do, we do a threat assessment for every show that actually happens on site.
The dozen or so contractors Excel has chosen to provide security here must have a current certificate of approval from the National Security Inspectorate, or NSI.
If that certificate is expired, we wouldn't allow them to operate within our premises.
It's as simple as that?
It's as simple as that. It's all about reassurance. It's all about having the right team with the right qualifications.
For most people, like here at University College London or UCL, that effort to keep them safe goes unnoticed.
We're just asking people that when you're out and about, maybe in a shopping mall or at a concert or something, how much do you think about security, or maybe that the fire procedures of that property are good?
If I'm completely honest, very little.
Not at all, really. Not much.
I maybe think about it on the underground, but only like in terms of terrorism.
Well, I do assume, as you say, but I do look to see where the fire exits are.
So this is the main fire control point for this building, and this is where the fire brigade and security staff would report to.
NSI auditor John Davidson talks me through the list of fire safety measures he checks. The NSI certificate is then a hallmark of quality for the company that's installed, maintains and manages the fire safety system. UCL also has NSI approval to do its own fire risk assessments. All 31 of NSI's auditors in the UK and Ireland are directly employed, so they work to a consistent standard, as the company's Aitkin told me.
My audit team has got about 240 years worth of auditing experience at NSI. They do about 4,000 audits a year, all within the security sector. And so that's really why they're such a strong and good auditing team.
NSI works closely with key organisations that set the standards in the security and fire sectors, including BSI, the police and BAFE, the registration body for the fire protection industry. Fire brigades are no longer required to respond to fire alarms, so the onus is on businesses to make sure their systems are robust.
The days of the fire brigade, the fire officer hanging up and rubber stamping what you've done for fire safety have long gone. We're now nearly 10 years into these changes. And it's down to the building owner or the building operator to make sure that building is run appropriately.
To get NSI Gold approval, companies must be financially robust, have quality management systems in place and demonstrate technical competence. It's a competitive advantage.
We have 40 years of experience in interpreting and assessing companies against those standards. So we do understand the standards intimately, and we can translate, for example, general quality management standards into a security environment and provide some sort of guidance to those companies that they know they're on track.
In a city the size of London, for example, with all of the public buildings that we go into all the time for work, shopping and leisure, it's surprising how little we think about fire safety measures or security provision that's been put in place. We assume that it works all of the time. When premises and people are protected by one of the 1,700 guarding or fire and security systems providers approved by this independent, not-for-profit organisation, they're safer as a result.